Welcome, we are live. This is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda. It is great to have you on this particular great, wonderful Saturday, the 1st of November 2025. My name is Tony Kwalanda. Thank you for making time every Saturday. You're sure Sports Extravaganza gives you the very best sports cuisine in East and Central Africa, across the globe. This is a place to be where we give you the best sports cuisine. Remember, you can always watch this show anywhere on the globe, of course, on our very easy to maneuver website, that is tv47.digital. That's where you can watch all our programming uninterrupted. And of course, we are also on TikTok Live. We are on YouTube Live. We are on X Live. We are on Facebook Live. Technically, we are live everywhere on this particular great Saturday. So thank you for making time. I know this show is about you, by you, and of course, us, we just facilitators. Now, this show is great for you. Remember, today we are airing the big one. Will Arsenal finally crumble and allow goals in their net? Later on from 6 p.m., remember, we're bringing you the live English Premier League game between Burnley versus Arsenal. Burnley versus Arsenal. So stick around for that particular game. It'll be here, of course, for you to watch with us, and we shall give you the analysis. And also today, of course, I have guests, of course. These are champions who have definitely put Kenya on the map in terms of golf. We had a very important tournament at the Great Rift Valley Lodge and Golf Resort in Naivasha, where Kenya emerged victorious, beating Reunion, beating Madagascar, beating Tanzania, beating Rwanda, beating Uganda. They're here to share that story of how they did it, of course, and what that means for the country. Also, today, big games are happening across, of course, Kenya in the SportPesa League. And talking about SportPesa League, we have a question of the SportPesa League. And of course, we're asking you that game that is currently happening concurrently, the Kariobangi Sharks game versus Shabana here in the capital, Nairobi. We are asking you, in your own opinion, of course, that question will be able to come on our screen. In your own opinion, what do you think will be the outcome between Kariobangi Sharks versus Shabana SportPesa League match that is being played here in the capital? We're asking you, what is definitely the outcome of the Shabana versus Kariobangi Sharks in the SportPesa League? And if you get your corrections or your answers correct, I have some lovely merchandise. This merchandise is not less than 4,000 Kenya shillings, brand new. This is just a teaser of what you'll get. We have lovely merchandise lined up for you, courtesy of SportPesa. So we're asking you, the outcome of Kariobangi Sharks and Shabana. Any game rahisi sana. So of course our lines, our phone numbers will be open for you. You can call us on the numbers that you see below your screen. You can engage with us on our social media platforms. Of course, we shall be putting that on Facebook and all across all our social media platforms. And you stand a chance of winning this lovely merchandise, courtesy of SportPesa. Yes, so hapa ndo tuko live. We don't joke, we just get things fresh from the wrappings. I know watu wengi wanasema Tony umekuwa ukitunyima. I told you I'll be bringing you goodies. Finally, we have them here. So we shall have this merchandise for you whenever you answer our question correctly. And so we are giving you this lovely merchandise for you to actually enjoy and wear it whenever you're going for the SportPesa League matches. So we're asking you, Kariobangi Sharks versus Shabana, ni gani itaibuka na ushindi? So I'm being told by my director, Inonda, unasema game gani inaendelea sahi? I know the Nairobi United game is currently going on versus Sofapaka. You remember the Nairobi United team that qualified for the group stages of the CAF Confederations Cup, the continental tournament. They're definitely playing right now in the SportPesa League. Answer my question, call me, engage me, na kupatia easy. Niko na mingi, watu wa SportPesa si mnajua, wanajua kuteleza na do, wanajua kufanya mambo yao, wanajua. I don't know if you had that question, but iko kwa screen hiyo ya Kariobangi Sharks outcome, kama uko nao unaweza tuonyesha, but kama haiko pia ni sawa. So the fixtures are currently going on. We shall be able to share with you how it goes. Right now, if you have the fixtures of the Saturday matches and also the Sunday matches of the SportPesa League, we should be able to see them on your screens as you speak, of course. We should be having them coming to your screen right now, and remember they are happening as we speak. Tumekuambia Nairobi United na Sofapaka inaendelea kupigwa saa hii. Then of course we'll be able to share the other games that are happening in the FKA, in the SportPesa League that is ongoing today and tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow the big one, Gor Mahia will be playing against Ulinzi Stars. That's a big game that will be happening for us. As you can see on your screens there, we have the Kariobangi Sharks versus Shabana, the Nairobi United versus Sofapaka, the Mara Sugar versus Bandari. The game, of course, that we are telling you that is currently ongoing as we speak right now. So remember, this is the SportPesa League fixtures that you are watching currently. And just to take you through the standings of the SportPesa League, currently Kakamega Homeboys, my team ya Ingo, Vandova Ingo, Ingwe. Of course, Kakamega Homeboys, as we speak, have 13 points so far after 6 rounds of matches. Gor Mahia are second after 5 rounds of matches with 12 points. And then Poster Rangers are definitely in the third position with 11 points after 6 rounds of matches. And I'm just reading you the standing so far in the SportPesa League that is currently going on. At the bottom of the table of the log, we have APS Bomet, we have Muranga Seal, we have Kenya Police, Ulinzi Stars. I'm reading the bottom 5 teams in the SportPesa League. So that's, of course, how things look like in that particular log or the table of the standings of the SportPesa League. If anyone, of course, my director has the Sunday fixtures for the SportPesa League. Inaona kama uko nayo, unaweza nipatia. Nesome, of course, Sunday will be a very interesting entry of matches. Remember, I've told you about Gor Mahia hosting Ulinzi Stars from 4 p.m. That is on Sunday. AFC Leopards has a date with Mathare United. Muranga Seal, of course, also tomorrow from 3 p.m. will play against Kenya Commercial Bank. Kenya Police will be, of course, the defending champions, will be playing against Poster Rangers. Bidco will be up against APS Bomet. And, of course, yeah, Bidco United will, Bidco versus APS Bomet. Those are games that will be played tomorrow in the SportPesa League. Kakamega Homeboys against Tusker in that order. So remember, we are watching and putting a keen eye on this. Remember, this particular station, TV47, is on all decoders in East and Central Africa. So if you're in Tanzania, Azam, TV47, iko hapo ndani. If you're on GOtv, TV47, iko hapo ndani. If you're on Zuku, iko hapo ndani. If you're on DStv, iko ndani. Free to air, iko ndani. Online, iko ndani. Where else will not be? But here on TV47, as well as, of course, our sister stations, Radio 47, Sporty FM, and Digital 47. Now, of course, now we know it. So you've seen the fixtures that we have, of course, for Sunday, and we've asked you your outcome on the game between Kariobangi Sharks and Shabana that is currently being played as we speak at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Remember, we have our very own Alan Zuki together with Annette Washira, who are on standby, of course, in Kasarani, will be able to update us about this particular game that is going on. So stick around, talk to us, call us. You have all our lines open for you. Right now, of course, let's shift gears a little bit, get into golf. In fact, najua mimi nakuanga na kierere. The president of Golf Kenya, I'm geared up, courtesy of Golf Kenya. Now, the president of Golf Kenya has so many hats. I get confused on which kind of title or title to use for my Mr. President. But of course, I'm very honored to have been handed this lovely merchandise of Team Kenya, us being Team Kenya, and of course, having done exploits. And the reason as to why we're engaging here, of course, we're shifting gears to the growth of golf in the country, is because Kenya made history in the past Saturday, the past weekend, let me use the past weekend, where the trio of Kanana Muthomi, the trio of Joyce Wanjiru Njuguine, I hope I've said it correctly, the trio of Mercy Nyanchama, and of course the leadership around golf in the country, of course, just to mention some, the Kenya Ladies Golf Union chairman, that is Rosemary Mukok, all of them, of course, and the rest of the entire committee that planned the East and Central All Africa Challenge Trophy. I hope I got it well, President. Where Kenya, of course, lifted that trophy, as I earlier indicated, at the Great Rift Valley Lodge and Golf Resort in Naivasha, in Nakuru County. We trounced everybody that was available there. And of course, I'll engage Njuguine to tell us when she sank that 60-foot putt at that very crucial point. We were supposed to engage Mercy Nyanchama to tell us when she got out of that bunker shot, what did that mean, of course. But of course, we have also Kanana here to share that experience and that the burden that she had to have for the entire country on herself. But of course, we are happy she was in able hands of Wanjiru and Nyanchama at that particular tournament. We also have Dreamspire Sports Agency director, a very good friend, Kititia Tekenet, who, of course, this particular December, she's saying she's engaging herself into the nurturing and ensuring that golf does not just disappear, and giving you an opportunity, of course, to understand how you can transition from juniors, how you can get yourself into amateur, into pro. Dreamspire, of course, sports agencies here. So I think I've mentioned everybody, and let me, of course, start with Mr. President. Thank you so much, Golf Kenya, for really, I know we are supposed to allow the ladies to do this, but you know, it's very important for you to really start us off. Thank you for this particular merchandise. We appreciate. And of course, remember, you have an entire team here. So I am in trouble. Come into your wapi yangu ingine. President, karibu sana.
Happy to be with you again.
Thank you. Karibu sana.
Discuss matters to do with golf.
Yes.
Right.
Karibu sana. Tell us about how important Kenya, that particular win, that hosting that particular tournament, what did it do to the ecosystem of golf in the country?
First, I'd like to start by appreciating the team that prepared the entire tournament throughout the week.
Yes.
The leadership at Great Rift Valley Resort and anybody who was in that region for making sure that they had a successful tournament.
Yes.
But also winning the tournament again.
Yes.
The first time ever for Kenya.
Yes.
Was such a privilege that we cannot ignore. Yes, in terms of development of golf, we were happy to see one of our juniors come up, play together with the seniors, and be part of a very solid team that was able to take or carry the day, as it were. In terms of development of golf, we are all aware about our junior programs. We have a team that is now going to represent Kenya in the Anoka Games in a few weeks' time, from the 10th to 20th. For the first time, golf is included in the youth tournament. So we'll be happy to see our juniors transition into that. Currently, you know, we have over 26 events that are going on with the amateur players, and that's why the lady captain, Nyanchama, is not here with us, because she's part of that. We are growing into professional golf. This year, we've seen a very exciting tournament that is being run by the Professional Golfers of Kenya, and also SDT, a development tour that is going to make sure that our professional golfers have an opportunity to prepare themselves for the 2026 Magical Kenya Open. And the new chairman of Kenya Open Golf Limited, Patrick Obath, had a meeting with PGK.
Yes.
And out of that meeting, they agreed on the number of slots that PGK will get, and also how many slots SDT will get towards participating in that. Remember also, the amateurs also have an opportunity to participate in the Magical Kenya Open.
Right.
So all these are exciting moments for us in Kenya. So there's no time that we are idle as a country. And lastly, remember that Kenya will host the All Africa Junior Team Championship next year, a privilege that we have. And preparations are now ongoing with the Junior Golf Foundation, preparing for that.
Well done. Golf Kenya President Philip Ochola. And of course, I have some images that are running on your screens of our very able team of course, of Joyce Wanjiru, Kanana Modhomi, together with the captain of that team, Kenya, that is Mercy Nyanchama. The pictures are, of course, going on your screens. I wish we had a screen where they could see themselves. Inakwanga vizuri wajione, but we'll look for those images. I know that the chairman, of course, Rosemary Mukok, is the one enjoying the screens on her far left, huko juu, of course, looking at the images of Joyce Wanjiru, of course, the team there. Those images, of course, are from the Great Rift Valley Lodge Golf Resort, where we, Kenya Historical, of course, lifted that particular trophy. And let me bring in the chairman of the Kenya Ladies Golf Union, Rosemary Mukok, of course, to share with us what did this win mean, of course, for Kenya? What did it mean for Kenya Ladies Golf Union? And what did it mean to the efforts that the union is doing in terms of actually growing the sport, not only in the capital, but across the country?
Thank you very much, and I'm happy to be here.
Karibu.
I am here as a very, very proud chairman of
Karibu.
the Kenya Ladies Golf Union. Kenya has made 6 stabs at this championship. We never brought home the trophy. The trophy has gone to Tanzania 4 times. It has gone to Zambia twice. This is the first time that Kenya is host to the Eastern Central All Africa Challenge Trophy, and we have made sure the trophy remains. Of course, credit goes to our incredible team of Mercy, Joyce, and Kanana. They brought out their best skill, their best team stab. Without that, countries like Reunion would have taken that trophy home. At some point, we thought we were losing it. But like true Kenyans, they came out in their best style. You are talking about the part that Joyce sank, that brought home that trophy. We are extremely proud.
Indeed.
I am happy, I'm proud. I will leave a legacy that has never been done before.
Well done, well done. Of course, and I was looking at that, Chairman, of course, and I know you'll mention and talk about the entire team that made this particular tournament possible. I know there was a whole lot of hands on deck behind the scenes who actually made this possible, both on and off the course, to ensure, of course, we were very successful. But let me bring in the rising star, Kanana Modhomi. Kanana, I always follow you on secretly on your social media platforms. I always like secretly, or sometimes I like very boldly. I've seen your journey, of course, in how you've grown in golf. Tell us your experience, Kanana, at the Great Rift Valley Lodge. And also you can share about how you prepared for it, and of course, how that day was, your first day, your second day. Share that experience, because our juniors looking and they're like, I can just stay at home and do a PlayStation on golf, but you are the one now where they'll be putting images of you on PlayStation, Kanana playing, but because of course you've given them that light to follow.
So like preparation for the tournament was like quite intense because like I did a lot of work with my coaches, Coach Ali, Coach Salem, Coach John, by like making sure my swing is good and also that at least I'm scoring. So I'm just happy that I was able to like score during the tournament, and the whole experience of the tournament was actually quite amazing.
Yes.
Because like even though I didn't have like my best rounds on day 1 and 3, I was still able to play well on day 2. But like looking at the games from like the Reunion girls and like how they would like improve on the next hole after they would play a bad hole was like something I needed.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Of course, you'll share with us. I've seen your dad around, and your dad has been very supportive. My good friend CEO has been very supportive in your journey of golf. You'll share with us about that. You'll also share with us what you as the girls were doing maybe after the tournament or before the tournament. Because I remember there's an image I'll share later on in this show where I've seen Mercy, Joyce, and others who are in the swimming pool, and you are not there. You'll tell us why you're not in that swimming pool. But Joyce, tell us about, I'm just picking that particular part. Just give us what's going on in your mind, if you can recollect it just before, how you're lining up, how you're preparing and addressing it, and how when you just saw it sinking and you're like, what's up? Just take us through that particular experience.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Karibu.
Okay. To be in Kenya team,
yes.
I just thank God because, you know, there are too many juniors, and I thank even my chairman for making a very good decision to send us there, because if they have sent junior only, wangetandikwa tu.
Yes.
Because the reunion girls were very tough. Even me, with my age, I couldn't hold the pressure. Those girls are good, and I know these girls are going far. Our Kanana.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll go far. Now, before I sang that part,
Yes.
I was under pressure. Then I was looking at my chairman, who was waiting for me up there, and the whole country was on my hand and my shoulders. I told God, my God, please,
Usiniangushe leo.
please be with me and usitu let down. Because the day before, we were leading by six shots. We were 6 shots ahead. Then now we are fighting who are going to win. Now we are up, reunion are down. They are up, we are down there. Now I went into the bunker. I was so annoyed because my country, I'm selling my country, my motherland, tuchapiwe home. Wanjiru usikubali. Hivyo ndivyo nilijiambia. Na when I addressed my part, I was looking forward to do 2 parts. Then it happened, it went in, I couldn't even walk.
You cannot believe it.
I couldn't believe it,
Yes.
but that was God. And my teammates, they were so good. When we are doing something wrong on the course, in the afternoon, we were calling our coach. We were telling him, can you take us to the range?
That is Salim.
So we can, Salim, and thank you so much. My game will be up there because of your lessons. We were practicing hard because hatukuwa tunataka to let our country down.
Yeah.
We were looking forward to win this tournament, and also for our chairman, she has been so good to us, and to treat poor.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, chairman.
Welfare is very important. I'm glad, of course, Joyce Wanjiru has mentioned about welfare and KLGU, the entire KLGU, of course. Well done in actually putting our girls in the right shape to actually face this tournament. Just to bring in Tekenet Kititia, who is the director of Dreamspire Sports Agency. She is a golfer as well, actually a stakeholder in golf. A serious stakeholder in golf. And I'm sure, Tekenet, you watched our ladies, you watched how they played. And of course, that ties into what you're also planning in December, Tekenet.
Thank you so much, Tony, for having us here today.
Karibu.
This is a very proud moment for all of us as a country.
Yes.
And for sure, we are happy that this win was much awaited. Yes. As a country, we have invested so much. Yes. As the leadership for both the KLGU and KGU, for sure, the time, the resources, and the planning have all been a lot.
Yes.
So this win just came on that time of telling us that we are doing something right. Yes. And we are working toward the right direction. Yes. So I'm so happy and congratulations to this win.
Thank you.
That weight is not small weight. Yes. Because you know, when you're outside, you don't understand what is going inside the player. Yes. But it's not a small weight that one carries to carry a country. It's a lot of pressure. But again, the victory comes when you go through the valley and the mountains, and that's when the victory comes. Yes. And as Dreamspire, we were very happy following up on this and what is happening, because we want to make sure that, for example, in our country, since there is a gap between transforming from now, there's so much investment being done by junior, yes, at the junior level. Yes. But now we want to see this middle level where we are transitioned to become professional, who is catering on this level. And that's where Dreamspire is coming in, to make sure that we are not having anyone who want to pursue and continue. It's like the university for sports, yes, where you want to, now you're saying, I've done primary school, I have done the foundation, I've done the basics, I've understand the rules. Now I want to go to high level and actually specialize and pursue it as a career. Yes. So this is where, as we are coming in as Dreamspire and making sure that we are able to guide and work together with the players and work together with the federation and work together with the leaders, so that we can be able eventually to bring those top elite and professional teams and players that we desire to have in the country, to have as many wins as we can, because yes, the investment it's a lot.
It's true indeed. It's very important to get a huge pool where you can pick from. So where the Kenya Ladies Golf Union and the entire team can actually have, they can be spoiled for choice. And to bring in the chairman of Kenya Ladies Golf Union, before I bring in the president, a chairman, you had an entire team. And I saw the likes of my good friend Jeannie Alice Mtwota. I saw Betty. I saw an entire team. So maybe you can just acknowledge some of them who actually made possible this particular tournament where we won, because hosting it and winning it took a lot of hands, people, of course, and all hands on deck.
Thank you. I must start by saying that the team that made this event a reality is incredible. We worked as an organizing committee without external support in terms of events organizers. I must thank that team. They put their best foot forward. We made sure not just our team, but the guests that came from other nations had a successful event. I think the win by the Kenya team was bonus from God for the hard work that was put in it. I will also quickly say deep gratitude to the partners we worked with, especially the R&A.
Yes.
That's the global body alongside USGA that, you know, ensures that we play golf in not just a fair but safe and, you know, organized space. R&A was very, very supportive. The event, despite us not having external event organizers, was supported by a team of 4 very qualified and certified level 3 referees. A small event that hosted 7 countries. 2 of those qualified level 3 referees are women.
Yes.
2 are men, 2 are women.
Yes.
1 was a tournament director, Mukami Wangai. Thank you very much for excellent work. We have received a lot of credit from those who participated, from the All Africa Challenge Trophy President, Madame Cecile Ponce. They say the event was very, very well organized.
Yes.
They were a great team. Our partners who gave us the financial and other resources that made the event a success, I will very, very quickly say thank you very much, especially the title sponsor, Tourism Fund.
Yes.
They were our title sponsors. There were, of course, other gold, silver, bronze, people like KCB, people like Sandstrom. They came in a big way. Without them, we would not have been able to deliver. I'm happy we delivered, and we met and exceeded expectations from participating nations.
Well done, of course. President, before I bring in, Kanana, Mudhomi Kanana, I've personally played at the Great Rift Valley Lodge and Golf Resort in Naivasha. And I can just be honest, I post very bad results myself. I normally have very bad results there. However, I always have good results in watching the flora and fauna, like the zebras and all those beautiful animals. I enjoy that bit, and I enjoy my 19th. How will you rate that particular course, the Great Rift Valley Lodge Golf Resort, and of course, where at the Windsor Golf Hotel and Country Club? How would you rate the two, and which one do you enjoy most, and where? And why?
Okay, so like, I think Great Rift, I really like it.
Yes.
It's a very pretty course, like lots of scenery, very nice animals. Yes. It's also like quite a short course, but lots of like hazards and stuff, like lots of trees. So you need to make sure that you avoid that, fly over the trees. But I really like it. But obviously, I like Windsor more, also because I'm a member there, so. Yeah, yes. Home club. Yes. So I like Windsor more. It's short, kind of short, but I think I've played it for so long that I can. So yeah, I would rather Windsor, yeah.
Well done. Of course, at Windsor, her home club, Kanana, have also won a tournament there in 2015 at the Kenya Airways Golf Day. I won there with the best score. And of course, I've enjoyed with Joyce Wanjiru. Joyce, let me bring in, before I bring the president, Joyce, who have been very supportive in your journey in golf. You are one of course, Kenya's seasoned golfers in the female category. And I'm sure you have maybe people or companies who have actually been there for you through thick and thin. And I know baadaye Joyce atatuambia, anakuaga mfanyibiashara mashuhuri. Her home club is Kiambu. So I'm sure, of course, Kiambu will be the first club that she can mention that has been supportive to her and
Okay,
many
Tony.
others?
Okay. First, I would like to thank Kiambu Golf Club.
Yes.
They have been very supportive to my golf.
Yes.
And also, I'll mention one, Mr. Don Maura
Please mention them, yes.
and Mr. Dr. Wamba. They have been supporting my game, and Mr. Kahari, thank you very much for supporting me. That's why I've reached where I am. And they were very happy when I sank that part. They were telling me, Wanjiru, you know you are mad. How can you sank such a part? Thank you very much. My home club, they support me. Wherever I go, they support me. Like today, my chairman has already talked to me because I've come from the course. I've played. I played one over gross today.
Well done.
I think I'm addictive to golf.
Yes.
Also, my chairman, when I tell her I don't have transport to go anywhere, she will send it to me.
Yes.
Even Mr. Philip Ochola, Mr. President.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't have many words, but may our Lord bless you.
Yes.
Kabisa, na mkipata mtu mwenye ako na shida, mnamsaidia. Yeah, thank you.
Very true. Joyce Wanjiru, who sank that very important part. Yani hata 60, only me in my dreams. Mr. President, of course you've heard from the chairman and of course to the rest how supportive it is for different people to to be part of the growth of golf in the country. The Kenyan government, Junior Golf Foundation, KGU, these other partners, how instrumental are they now that, of course, you are the one seated right on top there? Of course, I'm sure you look back and you're very proud of where you are right now, Yusuf.
Yes, I'll start with the government. The government has been quite supportive in golf development and also making sure that we do things according to the Sports Act. And we even had a government representative who represented the cabinet secretary at the prize-giving ceremony on Saturday. So that shows that despite everything that was happening that particular day, we were able to get support from the government. We now have attention from the National Olympics of Kenya. Yes. Actually, all this kit is from the National Olympics of Kenya,
yes,
who supported the ladies team that went to Singapore. And also making sure that now we are in talking terms, including Kenya in the youth tournament that will take place in Angola. When it comes to corporates, we are really, really appreciative on what corporates are doing. For example, the journey of 4 or 5 years ago started with Safaricom, NCBA, Crown Paints in developing the junior golf as a product. Then NCBA took upon themselves to have the amateur golf, where now our players are being paid for the results that they post. And this has seen quite a big transformation on the players themselves. They're more responsible, and it's something they're fighting for. When we talk about series across the country, a lot of corporates are running a series. We have Britain has its own series, KCB has a series, and KCB also has a plan with the juniors after the event, where they do coaching and all that. So all these things that are happening within the country, we see and we appreciate, and some of the launches we even attend. 10 corporates took upon themselves to now develop the professional golfers, have some allowances for them, pay for their training, their coaches, their nutritional value and all that. So all this is happening within this space in golf. And every week, every day, golf is played somewhere. I know there's a tournament starting tomorrow for the professional golfers. So it's all in preparation for the bigger things that are happening. And that is why now we are dreaming of getting to the Olympics. And now this team that is coming up of the juniors will definitely represent Kenya in the Olympics.
Well done, of course. And I know I have images, if my director is aware, I have images of the NOC Resource Mobilization Commission, their first meeting they held on Thursday, on Friday yesterday. Of course, Philip, President, just run us through in summary for what was happening here, of course.
The first photo is the first Deputy President of National Olympics of Kenya, Bwana Barnabas Korir, who will be the Chief de Mission in LA 2028. So he's put together a team that will be able to get the right resources for all the athletes in Kenya to be able to participate and prepare in advance, because the journey does not come in 2028. It is now that the resources are required. Part of the team, we have seasoned lady, Sally Sawe.
Sally Sawe.
She's a seasoned marketer.
Yes.
In there, we also had Dennis Chebitwe.
Yes.
So it's a team of 11 people. And all this is to make sure that the 4 billion required in preparation of the Kenya team is in our hands. We'll also be partnering with a team from the US that will help us to work with the big organizations like Coca-Cola, Nike, and Microsoft, so that we don't deny our athletes an opportunity to prepare and participate in the LA 2028.
Well done on that. And of course, I'll bring in SIGNET on this. Of course, SIGNET, you see, we have that journey, and the Golf Kenya President Philip Ochola is right at the epicenter of that particular initiative. And yourself also, you are right at the epicenter of that particular initiative, ensuring that we grow this game of golf. What is your immediate plan this particular December? You mentioned you have a camp for golf. You want to share it right now, because myself, my 6-year-old might be wanting to replicate what I was doing back then in Kakamega when I was 6 years at Kakamega Sports Club.
Thank you. This is actually the right time for us to invest. You can see NOC is really doing a lot of resource mobilization. So then the only gap that we need now to cover up is making sure we also have the players who we know for sure they will deliver for us. And that's what we are planning ourselves and targeting to perform in it. Yes, the immediate, we have a training that we are doing. We are partnering with Royal Golf Club. We are going to train a group of young people. We are targeting with them. We are targeting from age of 13 to 25. We are looking at areas how we can do modern sports management, where we are talking about brand creation. This is one area that for marketing and for endorsements and sponsorship, it's key. We are targeting to make sure that now we are able to teach people on how to do brand creation, proper usage of the media, how to do even crisis management when it comes to an athlete, because we want you to be able to actually put yourself in a position where you align with the sponsors and endorsement, because this journey requires a lot of resources, which different stakeholders, yes, they have way, they are putting more resources and support, including the government, but there's still gap. So for us to be able to align with the corporate world, we need to be able to create brands that are able to align with them to get more sponsorship and more endorsement from them. That is what we'll be doing, and basically we have also sponsors who have come on board to help us do that. Again, another one is how to create data analysis around the area. We want to be where we are able, after you have done your game, we can come in and say, this was the area that I was not doing well, this is the area I was doing good, this is the area I need this kind of improvement, and we are able to come with a program that's able to make sure that at the end of the day, we are able to take advantage of your strength, and we are able to bring your weaknesses a bit to a level that is manageable, to where we are in a level to compete with international players who have all these supports throughout, whether in the junior, whether you want to transit to be professional. That's the support that we want to offer as DreamSpa, to make sure that the juniors that are coming up very strongly with the right foundation are able to now get the support to be going now to join the other professional team that is getting a lot of support currently from different corporates, which we are very grateful for the way the corporates have come in and create that opportunity for them.
Very well.
Yeah.
SIGNET Kititia, who is the director at DreamSpire Sports Agency. Kanana, I want you to take us through, because you know someone watching you for the very first time, they just think you just wake up, have your mayai, and or have your sausage and just go to at Windsor and play and go back home. You can just take us through how your day looks like. I mean, as you prepare, how when you're playing your golf, because just for the benefit of someone to know how much input is put to you through your parents, through your supporters, through your other junior friends as well. Take us through that. And of course, you can mention some of your junior friends. I'm sure they're watching and they'll be not very impressed if you don't go back, if you go back there and say you didn't even say hello to them on TV.
Okay. So an average day would look like I wake up and then around 8, I would have breakfast. And then like I would do school for like, I think 3 to 4 hours around there. Then I'll go for golf just after lunch, hit a few balls on the range, maybe go to the course. Then I'll come back.
You can mention those people who you are walking with, because I'm sure you don't walk alone. Either you have your caddy, or you have your friend, or you have your dad.
Like, okay, most of the times when I'm going for golf, my dad takes me. But sometimes if dad's not home, mom will take me for golf. Then after golf, I come back, play games, then go to sleep.
Yeah, that's normal. Yes, that's normal. You have to do those.
And then repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, part of your juniors that you practice with, who are they and how are they? How do you train? How do you meet? How do you interact?
Yeah. Okay. So like a few friends, not all, a few friends from Kenya team, Chloe, Belinda, Bianca, Brianna. Yeah, and also like people like Brittany. There's another Chloe. Sometimes maybe at the range, I'll play with them. I'll go for a 9 with them. Yeah. Well done, well done. The juniors keep on doing what you do very well, because we watch you at the US Kids, we watch you at the junior tournaments. Of course, as you represent us in and out of the country, we really appreciate for the work you actually do. And I know you go through a rigorous selection process. Wanjiru yourself, of course, I know people just think you play golf alone. There are so many things you do on the side, but you can just take us through how rigorous your day is, Wanjiru, of course, so that people can understand you're juggling through so much to actually put Kenya on the world map.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Okay, my job is, I'm a farmer. I farm chickens, and I'm also a mother. Yes. My golf, I play golf 4 to 5 times a week. Like in the morning when I wake up, I'll go niangalie hizo kuku zangu.
Yes.
Then from kitu 10, I go to golf. Then in the evening, I'll go back home, niangalie kuku zangu, nipikie watoi, and that's it.
Of course, it's important I'm saying this because we know you have clients who would be interested in your chicken business. And I know you already do business with some of the organizations or golf clubs around. Uza sera zako.
Okay, I do deliver chickens. Like I do broilers and kuku za mayai hivyo kidogo kidogo. Ukipata hii ya mayai kidogo, unaweka hapa, una boost job ya broilers juu broilers zinakula haraka. Yani unapata ni pesa ya haraka. And thank you to Mr. Philip Ochola. Why I started my kuku's business, it's because of these games he introduced of NCBA. Tulianza kuwin tu pesa kidogo kidogo, mtu akulangi yote. Unaweka kidogo, unaanza business. Yeah, and that's why nimefika mahali nimefika juu pesa sio lazima ukuwe na mingi, hapana. Ni kidogo kidogo unaendelea na business.
President, you've been mentioned adversely. How is it important?
Actually, our appreciation is to NCBA. NCBA has completely changed the landscape of golf, especially for the amateur players. What Joyce has mentioned is, think about it, any of the top 5 players earning 100,000 plus or 80,000, they now drive cars, they rent houses, they take their children to school. I remember how one time we were at Windsor after the event she won. Straight away she bought chicken feed. And that's the story that made us now think again. This money is very important to these athletes. And when you hear somebody's having chicken in their hundreds, selling to the same golfers she's playing with, that story really motivates NCBA to do what they're doing. and it's now in the third year, and we look forward that NCBA will continue carrying these amateur golfers going forward, improve the terms as this tournament is growing. I read yesterday, now the amateur tournaments next year, 2026, will be 33 events. So if you're in the top 5 next year, you know what that means for you.
The numbers.
So yes, we appreciate that partnership that we have with the NCBA.
Well done. And Chairman Rosemary, of course, these beautiful stories, those are just behind the scenes stories. And this, of course, boils down to the welfare of our players, both from the junior level to the amateur to the professionals. As the Kenya Ladies Golf Union, how far are we? Of course, we already see matunda yake ndio hii, but of course I know you have mechanisms, of course initiatives to ensure at least we have great welfare for our players.
Yes, we are committed because we realize that if a player's welfare is not on the right track, then obviously they will not concentrate and play and deliver the results that we are looking for.
Yeah.
So yes, as KLGU, that is an area that we are investing in heavily. We have a budget specifically for that. We also, I think President just forgot to mention, NOC also has certain seminars that they organize periodically to capacity build and empower players. And I believe Joyce has attended one of those seminars. I believe Mercy has, and an array of other ladies. Kanana may not have. I don't recall her having, because they train them on how to manage the resources they have, to manage their social life, so their socio-psycho well-being is an area that we are very interested in as a KLGU.
Well
we now even have appointed a safeguard lead person on council who is supposed to just specifically concentrate on the well-being of and safeguard of our players.
Well done,
Yes.
well done. And of course, the Kenya Ladies Golf Union Chairman Rosemary Mukok, of course, ensuring the welfare. I know most of you are wondering what this is. It's Tekenet, you're sure you want me to open ama ulikuwa umepanguza hiyo driver, because these are golf clubs, or the golf bag with golf clubs inside, the entire paraphernalia that you need to play a tournament. And it's courtesy of Dreamspire Sports Agency through Tekenet Kititia, who managed, of course, to give us a golf, of course, because we're talking about golf. And of course, as I bring in Kanana to tell us, to share with us some of the tournaments she's participated in, because as much as she practices, you can imagine by the time you are carrying the flag of Kenya, by the time you are in the national team, definitely you have had a history of tournaments you've participated in where you've, of course, excelled. Kanana, it's your time to show off some of the tournaments, of course, you've played in, how you performed. You can select whichever made you happy, and of course, where it was, so that they can actually know you didn't just show up at the Great Rift Valley Lodge and Golf Resort to play for Kenya, but you had an array of events you've participated in.
Okay, I'll just select a few that were my favorite.
Yes.
So I'll start 2023, I think, December.
Yeah.
I participated in, I think, my second WAGA ranked tournament. And I got WAGA for the first time. And I was confused. I didn't know what it was. But I was happy after when I found out, because right now it's important to have it. And then, also same year, on August, I had gone to the US to play World Champs, finished tied 35th. Not my best performance, but it was a good experience. And then this year I've had a number of tournaments that I really liked.
Mention them.
So first one on February, I went for Africa Arm, and I played with one of the best amateurs in Africa. They were so good. They were so good. Again, great experience. I also had to adapt to the weather. It was really hot over there compared to here. So I had a lot of preparation and physical work to do. Then after that, obviously the tournament that he just played. And Singapore, I went earlier this month on October. I didn't play too well, but the courses were so long. The courses were so long, and I figured that I need to increase my distance and how I handle myself on the course, both mentally and physically.
Well done, well done. You've heard it, of course. She's a junior, and you see the kind of country she's been, the kind of tournament she's been, and she's a junior. So you can see the kind of the future that we have in golf. And there are many others. I mean, Kanana is just representing a huge pool of junior golfers, all the way from Kakamega County, all the way from Eldoret, all the way from Kisumu. Joyce, yourself, just some notable tournaments that impressed you, or notable tournaments that you felt like uliumia, but you wanted to improve, but some of the notable tournaments, of course, that you've been in through and the ones that you're looking forward to in the short term or in the long term.
Okay. For me, I've played too many tournaments. Even I don't know which one.
You don't know which one to choose.
Yes.
And you've been winning in all those tournaments. I know. Yes. Yeah.
I've played golf for 16 years and represented my country since 2015. So I've played a lot of golf, and I do enjoy golf. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Because there are too many, yes. Many, and I have too many trophies in my house.
Yes.
Wanga tunagawana na my son.
Yes.
Nikienda naye ananiambia, mami, this is mine. My daughter ako hapo anagojea. So I've won too many tournaments.
Very well.
And I thank God for that.
And of course,
I'm a prayerful person. Yeah.
Well done, Joyce Wanjiru. Tekenet, of course, you've played. This is your golf kit. Some of your notable tournaments that you've played in and that you have enjoyed, that inspired you to bring Dreamspire Sports Agency.
Thank you. I think it is the journey that I've walked through as a golfer, and also having an opportunity of sitting in several leadership positions where I'm seeing the kind of resources and investment is being put around that. And also initially, before I even became a golfer, I used to be a player. But because I came from a very, very remote area, uko Masaini ndani, it wasn't easy for us to pursue it, because also the chances and exposure was not there. And when I got to where I joined my home club, is Nyahururu Home Club. I really appreciate the way the support and even just pushing me to get in golf. It was out of the blue. It wasn't something that I said. I just wanted to do a sport, but I didn't know which sport to do until I became a golfer. I have enjoyed. I understand when she says like it is when it catches you, it catches you. It's a fire that burns until you don't know when you can put the fire off. And with that, it's how my vision for all the Dreamspire came in. I thought when I came as an assistant county commissioner, my journey for sports is dead. But when it came now to golf and try to understand what was the dynamics that were there, the challenges that were there, and I knew I didn't want to be, the opportunity for me to invest and now being a professional was something I wanted to do when I was around in university. But again, the challenges that were there and the gaps that were there also hindered that process. And I said, now, since I cannot be one, I can nurture millions of them to be what I could not make it. And this is embroidered in my heart, and I'm just proud and happy to have this opportunity. I'm grateful for Philip, Mr. President, for the support. When I presented the idea, he was just looking at me in like, where have you been? And he have really mentored me and told and directed me on the journey to go. And it has been very interesting discovery. As you start something, the discovery also become beautiful. And also, as also grown now, you know, you can't you can't just wake up and say you don't want to do it. There's someone who's, whatever you're doing, it's what they're looking for you to be able to help them to make it to another level. So, yeah, it has been an interesting one. My family also has really supported me. When we're doing drafting all that concept, the strategy, the plan, the night that we were not sleeping doing the planning, they have really come in for me, and I appreciate them for that. And the future is very bright. That's what I can say. The future is very bright.
Because with the president here and the chairman,
yes,
the future
it
can
is.
only be bright.
With the leaders, even the leaders we are having, as myself now, my chair is from the ladies' golf. it's amazing when you see the dedication, the commitment.
Yes.
The sleepless night they have, you are like, oh my God, we'll have to get this right, because many people are just working tirelessly to make sure we deliver.
Yes,
yes.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Tekenet Kititia, Dreamspire Sports Agency Director. Just to wind up, I know I have 2 minutes to wind up, and of course I'll share that between the President and the Chairman. President, of course, disabled golfers are part and parcel of the golf ecosystem in the country. And I know, of course, in 1 minute you can share, of course, where we are as Golf Kenya.
Yes, we have a committee that is running golf for the disabled.
Yes.
And we have one particular person, Anita,
Okay. Yes.
Ogwe, who has taken it personally to bring together those who are able differently, to share the space that we have, we are in.
Yes.
And so we've not left them behind.
Yes.
And one young man, Semenya, will be going to South Africa to participate for the second time in South Africa, a tournament that he came third in the initial outing. We have also the deaf.
Yes.
We have Deaf Olympics coming up,
Yes, on the 15th of November.
And Kenya is participating. And the team is already practicing for that. And on this, we really want to appreciate Nancy Steinman, who's working with the deaf team from Nakuru, and one of the ladies from Ngala Deaf School will be part of the
Jacinta Njeri.
Yes, of the national team. So, yeah, we want golf to remain all-inclusive. You remember last year we also had professional golfers who are abled differently, who participated in Muthaiga during the Magical Kenya Open. All this is just to show that we'd like everybody to compete in that international level. And what the European Tour is discussing now with the chairman of KOGL is to see even how to include professional ladies in our Magical Kenya Open. Okay,
All right.
so that we also build that portfolio, because you remember we had the Ladies European Tour, but for now we want our own Kenyan ladies who are turning professionals. Remember Naomi
Yes, Wafula.
Wafula has already turned professional.
Yes.
Somebody else mentioned over the weekend that she's turning professional, but I'll wait for her to mention that by herself. So
Why are you looking at Joyce?
yeah, so that's where we are headed, Tony.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, I think the future is bright, and where we are as leaders, we appreciate the support that we are getting from all corners to make sure that we can only move golf to the higher level.
Very done. President of Golf Kenya, that is Philip Ochola. Chairman, Kenya Ladies Golf Union. Of course, your final words as you wind up. What are you looking at in the short term, and of course in the long term, in terms of our golf in the ladies section, for those, of course, who are watching and will be interested to know?
For us as KGU, we are looking at increasing the numbers of women playing golf. There is a huge disparity between men and women. I think currently we are at about 14,000 golfers, only 3,400 are women. So we are looking at a future where we can gradually close the gap, the gender gap that exists today. I know from 2022, I think the ladies were about 1,300.
Okay.
Today we stand at 3,400. That's about 40% growth. We are not quite there. We'd like a space where we are maybe 40 or 30% ratio between men and women. We are happy. We have an elite squad that is players of handicap 6 and below women of about 17. Out of those, 9 are juniors.
Okay, good.
We have said the future is in the hands of the juniors.
Yes.
So we want to see how we can invest in that.
Yes.
And I know President hasn't mentioned it, but steps towards us all merging under one national golf body at the advanced stage. We are working steadily. We would like to see when the body comes into being, that space, sufficient space, be created for the girl golfer or the woman golfer.
Very true. thank you, Chairman of the Kenya Ladies Golf Union, Rosemary Mokok, President of Golf Kenya, Philip Ochola, our top rising star in the junior category, Kanana Muthomi, the lady who has refused to declare, but we shall find out how to declare if she's changing or transitioning. And of course, our star at the recent tournament, of course, Eastern Central, that is Joyce Wanjiru. And also Mercy Nyanchama, wherever you are, of course, I know representing playing in different tournaments, wherever you are and representing us. We appreciate the work you've done, and the entire team that actually ensured that East and Central All Africa Challenge Trophy indeed stayed back here in the country. We appreciate your efforts. Tekenet Kitite of Dreamspire Sports Agency, thank you for the work you're doing. We'll keep, of course, checking on you and where you are. So we appreciate, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for really, really being part of this particular discussion. The game of golf indeed is growing. I'm speaking because I'm also a golfer who started all the way from Manda Shivanga to Kakamega, and here I am. So you can actually play golf. We're taking a very short break. We'll be back with football. Don't go away.